All right, here's my faith, y'all. Many of you know that I've been to prison, and I went to prison. 1988, sold some cocaine to an undercover police officer and went to prison. Learned a lot in prison. Learned to read and just read some more. We had a TV down there, but the TV, as I say to my patients today, is probably one of the worst inventions ever made by man. That and a lazy boy. Um, what we just witnessed was incredibly egregious to me personally, because I've been to prison for a controlled substance. I know all about the drug laws, and I went back and I got a pardon, and I became a nurse. Worked offshore as a deep sea diver in the oil fields and the oil bellied up. You buy oil, gas, 50 cents a gallon. Now it's $4 a gallon. Follow the money, follow the currency, follow what's going on. Either way, I went back to nursing school, and I guess I should have known then, because when I was at the University of Mississippi Medical Center, there was a new doctor's plaza built, and in the middle of that, in that big, beautiful solarium, was a McDonald's. I personally witnessed patients coming down with the IV pole to belly up and get supersized. And that's exactly what they were doing. So, I've worked hard in my career as a nurse. And before I was a nurse, years ago, I worked at Jack LaLanne Family Fitness. Sold memberships to the fitness club. So, having worked there, gone to prison for controlled substance, and then watching what they just did, I'm utterly blown away. And my thesis is the church is taught there's 10 commandments, 7 deadly sins, and one golden rule. Well, the 7 deadly sins: greed, slothfulness, gluttony. Golden rule is treat others as you would have them treat you. Yada 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 yada. And the numbers just don't add up to what we just watched. And there's a thing called moral injury. I know nurses that have taken themselves out on shifts of mine. Um, I've known doctors to take themselves out. I know right now, I had a patient the other day says 3 days in the emergency room at Vanderbilt University Hospital before they ever got a room. They got the room and then they got discharged, but they spent 3 days in the emergency room. So the politicians are going to have to get it straight, I guess. But again, it goes back to Ron Paul. What is money? The money system that we exist in under today is based on interest and greed. And it's not real. God, gold, gun, title, deed, health, vegetables, athleticism, working on the farm. That's where health comes from. Not sitting in front of the television in a lazy boy and popping pills. And I don't know. I got friends that are doctors. I got friends that are nurses. I got friends that are pharmacists. I got friends that are lawyers. I got friends that are bankers. But it all boils down to our banking system and Rockefeller medicine and how currency or money, all that glitters is not gold. Understand that. All that glitters is not gold or silver or true McCoy. And so it's an interesting web of debt from the doctors having mortgages and student loans. The student loan racket is a student loan racket. Why go study women's studies and you got these kids working at Starbucks, $100,000 in debt, working at Starbucks. what is that all about? Peace, love, joy, happiness. If I send this to you, it's because I love you and I respect your intellect. So we as Americans, for our children, there's an old saying. There's a lot of old sayings in the world, but it's not what you take from this world that matters. It's what you leave behind. Peace.